Boom. Does narcissism run in families? That's what we're talking about today, y'all. Of course, if you're new here, I'm Lee Hammock, diagnosed narcissist myself, here to give you the inside look at the mind, the inner workings of a narcissist. So, first of all, I know a lot of people. I already got comments in here, hopping in here, say yes, it does run in the family. I say absolutely yes, that it does run in families. Well, look, I've done a little research on this type of thing right here, y'all. I've done a little research. I've done a little research, and there are some researchers that say that there could be a genetic component attached to personality disorders, right? Narcissism, schizophrenia. I don't think schizophrenia is a personality disorder. Not sure, but narcissism, borderline, all that type of stuff. They say that there is there could be a genetic component. Notice I said could be, right? Now, are there other narcissists in my family? I would think there are some narcissistic people in my family. I know most people would think my dad is a narcissist, but I'm not 100% certain if he's a narcissist, right? I know he was a traumatized child that retreated within himself and just never came out of that retreatment, right? He never unretreated. He gave himself the opportunity to be better or to heal or whatnot. So he's still has a lot of work to do on himself. But he definitely contributed to passing it down to where I'm at, right? He definitely contributed to where I'm at because it's just emotional neglect. The emotional neglect that this person had for me and my brothers and whatnot, right? It definitely led to contributed to narcissistic personality disorder being something that I am diagnosed with. But there are some people who do have these narcissistic family systems. Let's keep it hot and ready like a Little Caesars pizza. There are some families out there that damn near every person in that family is a narcissist or highly narcissistic or psychopathic, right? A family of psychopaths. And it's crazy. The one person that comes out that isn't a psychopath is the black sheep. The one person that comes out that isn't a narcissist turns around and becomes the black sheep of that family because they are not a psychopath or they're not a narcissist or they're not a sociopath, right? It's like, you got a healthy mind, boy. I think you should get the hell out of this family. Your mind is way too healthy for us. Now, how silly does that sound right there, y'all? I know it sounds silly as hell, but that's that mentality right there. It really is. Like if somebody said that's me, I'm the black sheep, bad. But there's sometimes you end up being the black sheep of that family system, and because you don't have a personality disorder or you're not toxic and abusive, like this type of stuff happens. I feel like it could absolutely have a genetic component where it could absolutely run in certain families. Although my father might not be a diagnosed narcissist, he's definitely got some childhood trauma that manifested into his adult life that made him who he is today, right? But I think just based on something my own personal therapist told me, she thinks that she's just thought that, she postulated that my grandfather, who unalived himself at 27 years old on a Monday morning, he unalived himself with 3 kids in the house at 5:30 in the morning on a Monday, that he might have had undiagnosed schizophrenia because he just woke up one morning literally and just went in there in the bathroom and took a pew and said goodbye to everybody. And I'm pretty sure my dad was in the house. My dad, my uncle, my aunt maybe found him. My grandma found him. And that led to them being traumatized at a very young age. In the 70s, or it happened in the early 70s, there's no therapy for a little black boy in the 70s. Like, what are you gonna do? Go to school. Your father takes his life on a Monday. You're back in school probably on that Wednesday or Thursday. Time to get back into school, son. Therapy. Go to school. You see what I'm saying? You don't know how to. So he didn't have the opportunity to process that or deal with it. So me learning that in my adulthood helped me forgive him for being the emotional, neglectful person that he was. Right. I got the chance. I actually got the opportunity to understand that, like, he is the way that he is because of what happened to him in childhood. Now, could he have worked on it nowadays? Yeah, but I think he's about to be 60 years old. He ain't going to therapy at 60. You see what I'm saying? He ain't. I mean, I'm not saying it's impossible to go to therapy at 60, but I would say that it's important. I mean, I would suggest that he goes. You know what I mean? But that's part of my story right there. So does it run in my family? Personality disorders or some mental health stuff absolutely runs in my family. But narcissistic personality disorder, I don't think runs in the family, right? And if it did run in my family, y'all ever heard that quote? It ran in my family until it ran into me. Boom. That's how it goes. It ran in my family until it ran into me because I went to therapy and I'm trying to put a stop to it. I'm trying to be a better father for my children, right? A better example for my children and whatnot. Is that Sherry? What's going on, Sherry? How you doing, girl? Mm-mm-mm. I am damaged because my mom grew up in a broken home. I cut ties with that. Yeah, sometimes that's what ends up happening to happen right there, y'all. Sometimes you end up having to set yourself free, you know, from your family dynamic. And it can be a very tough, very scary very scary space to be in, you know. It absolutely can. So sometimes it becomes a requirement to be able to set yourself free sometimes because if you stay around it, right, you will inevitably develop more of it. You would inevitably become more of that. Most people don't want to become more of that, right? You don't want to be that. You don't want to be that type of person. You don't want to be that person that just gets drained and hurt and all that other stuff. You don't want that type of stuff to happen. So if you feel like, let's just say you married a narcissist or you're with one or you have kids with one or whatever, right? Let's say you have kids or children with a narcissist and you come to this video, you're like, well, it doesn't run in the family. I'm afraid for my kids to be narcissists. That means it's time to lock in, right? It's absolutely time to lock in to what's actually going on. It's time to really 100% lock in, like to loving your kids, to showering them with of not showering them with affection, but making sure they have a healthy environment, mental health wise, to flourish in. Because if they're in an environment, like if they're in an environment where it's completely toxic, what do you think is going to happen to them? Yeah, could they develop a shield and become an empath? Yeah, that possibility exists, but that's them doing it. That's your kids carrying that load. That's your kids carrying that burden right there, right? That's your kids carrying that burden right there. He popped up on you, Sherry. Oh Lord, yeah, he's gonna keep doing it because he knows who you are. He's definitely gonna pop up on you, and I guess he thinks popping up on you if he'll just wear you down and get what he wants, and then this cycle continues until it doesn't. Right? That's the process right there, and it sucks to be even going through that. Mm-mm-mm. I'm a mess and a half right now. Time to start working. It's time to start working, y'all. If y'all just joined the live, if you don't know, I do have a course. It's called Finding Your Why: How to Heal from Narcissistic Abuse. It's 40 long videos about healing from narcissistic abuse. Leaving is one thing, y'all. Leaving a toxic relationship is one thing. Healing from it, escaping it, and being better is a completely different journey. So you can find that on my website, mentalhealness.net, right? Or courses.mentalhealness.net. And you can enter the code mothers or fathers for 50% off. What the hell just popped up my shit? What? Sherry, what the hell? That message just came across my screen, Sherry. What the fuck? Yeah, it might be time for you to call the police, girl. The shit like that is happening? Hell no. To you, blessings on your healing journey. Y'all, sorry, the message just came across my computer. Just shocked me. Yeah, you might want to call the police because that shit is getting dangerous, more dangerous. That's literally just shocked me. All right. I left and trying to heal. I'm almost there. I'm telling you, the courses can help you. I do one-on-ones over Zoom. Those can help out a lot, y'all. I've talked to thousands of people over the last few years, but my courses are self-paced. You can take them. You can take them. Take your time taking the course. Go through it. It's 40. Y'all, I wrote a 25,000 word script for my course. From all the coaching, all the groups I've done and whatnot. That's where it comes from. That's where the Finding Your Why course comes from. My knowledge on my own personal journey and the journey that I've been able to assist literally thousands of people heal and escape toxic narcissistic relationships. My website is right here, y'all. Again, mothers and fathers gets you 50% off my courses. And those are like super cheap. I promise you. I promise you. Well, the code again. The code is mothers or fathers. You go mentalhealness.net or courses.mentalhealness.net. Enter code mothers or fathers. Right. It used to just be mothers, but I was like, the fellas need a code too. But either code works. Either code works. But if you feel like narcissism is running in your family or running in your partner's family that you're dealing with, that you're trying to raise kids with, I'm telling you, get your kids into therapy if possible. There's people that I know that get their kids into play therapy that just give them a space to vent and have a healthy place to be themselves, because that's so important. You want to create a nurturing environment for your children, a safe place. If you're doing 50-50 custody or whatever the case may be, your home needs to be like a decompression zone. Like they need to feel safe in your house to vent, to be themselves, and to not walk on eggshells, right? If you feel like narcissism is running in your ex's family or whatever the case may be, you have to be it's not fair, but you have to carry the emotional labor. You have to carry the load of the emotional labor right there. That's what ends up happening. So it's so many people that go through this and they're just dealing with this type of stuff right here, y'all. Will the narcissist say they want to come see you, but keep texting you during an argument and say you aren't talking in text? Why would they not come? Because now, Carrie, if you're already talking to me, I don't have to come see you, because sometimes coming to see you just means I want to make sure I still have access to you. But the fact that you're talking to me already shows me this. I don't need to come see you now. I can just string you along. I know where you are. I know you're not going out. You thought that I was coming over, so you're at home waiting on me. So you're not going out. Guess what I'm doing though? I can go out. I can do what I want to do. I also know where you are. That's a part of it right there, y'all. I'm 52. Last 32 years have been fake. It's time to live. Make the rest of your life the best of your life. Make the rest of your life the best of your life. And also, y'all, I gotta get ready to hop off this thing. I do have a support group called the Mental Healers. We go live every single Sunday night. I'm about to actually hop off of here and do my private Zoom with my Mental Healers support group. You can find that at mentalhealness.net as well. My support group. There's a lot of people in the group. Made a lot of friends, a lot of connections and whatnot to help you, to assist you on your healing journey. Like the connections, the people that understand what you're going through, they're literally in the support group. The Mental Healers support group is live and well. What do I do? Haley, what do I do? We recently got a paternity test at his request, just to be spiteful. The test came back. The baby is his, which I knew since day one. He begged me to have her. So what do I do now? I mean, now you got to get ready to co-parent. The paternity, I can see with the paternity test when you're 2 weeks pregnant or 4 weeks pregnant, like what do I do? I'm like, look, you might want to go to Planned Parenthood, right? But now it's too late for that. So now you have to see how the co-parenting journey is going to go. Now he's going to try to mess with you and try to torture you through co-parenting, which is going to be an extremely tough journey to take right there, y'all. Extremely tough thing to do. Mine is on dating apps, but tells me he still loves me and wants me back. We are legally married. He hurt me so bad. It was supposed to be us at the end. But his actions are showing you that it's not supposed to be y'all at the end. So it's really a tough thing to accept, but it's a necessary thing to accept right here if you want to move forward. He's on dating apps telling you he loves you because he gets to keep access to you and hold you right where you are while he's out here fucking around and doing some bullshit while you sit right there and wait on him, which is kind of crazy. You go wait on him and he's just gonna do it again and again and again, and you're gonna feel like you wasted your life. Anyway, y'all, I do have to hop off of here. Like I said, I had to hop off to my support group, the Mental Healers. Again, you can find my support group link at mentalhealness.net. We will chat later on and hit the subscribe button, y'all.